So in this case, let me introduce Whiterock AI, our second startup. Jordan, the floor is yours, and you can actually, whenever you're ready, you can share the screen. Whenever you're ready, we may start.
Thank you for that. Great, thanks everyone for having me here. I'm Jordan, the founder of Whiterock AI, a New York-based fintech company that has a mission to help real estate professionals make sense of the world's data. Since launching our software last month, we've already signed 2 contracts. We have 65 active investment firms on our interface who have searched well over 600 properties. All of this fully bootstrapped. And the reason why we got there so fast is because we're solving a $12.5 billion problem in a $16 trillion US market. It is no news that real estate professionals struggle to process data. In fact, 97% of the information widely available to them is never leveraged, which means that their analytics is inaccurate, inefficient, and highly biased. Introducing Whiterock AI. Our technology sources, maintains, and processes well over 100 different data sources of both traditional real estate data and alternative data. Alternative data is the information that enables us to quantify the qualitative aspect of a property. Once all this information is processed, mostly in real time, it makes its way into a highly actionable and user-friendly property-level financial analysis. This analysis contains everything that an investor needs to know to make a decision. Let me give you an example. With a simple facade image and a complex proprietary algorithm, we can compute the ratio of windows to wall to understand how much natural light gets into a property. And we know that natural light is a determining factor in pricing an asset, which we leverage to give our users an additional investing edge. Our interface is very plug and play. All that users do is enter a property address to retrieve a property level report in under 15 seconds. This makes us 900 times faster than human-driven analysis and a lot more accurate. We're working in a market that will be worth $12.5 billion by 2026. We're not looking to stop there. We also want to sell our analytics to commercial brokers, residential brokers, lenders, and commercial banks. That is to say, well over 3 million well-capitalized institutions and individuals. Prior to Whiterock, our team participated in over $500 million worth of real estate transactions and have built the technologies for some of the fastest growing fintech companies in North America, including Credibly. The problem we're solving is one that we faced ourselves as investors, and we want to get rid of it once and for good. So this is Whiterock AI. We're a B2B fintech company with a mission to help real estate professionals make sense of the world's data. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Actually, Jordan, you're even quicker a bit, like for 10 seconds. Thank you so much. Our dear judges, who would like to be the first one to ask a question?
So can you explain with the analytics, what's the differentiation between your platform and let's say CoStar?
Yeah, so CoStar is mostly in the business of providing raw data. What CoStar will do is really twofold. A, they verify their data by calling property owners, which means that they only cover a tiny piece of the market. We try to cover 100% of all the properties in the city where we operate. And the second is CoStar is mostly in the business of selling raw data. You'll get 50,000 rows of comparables from CoStar, but you still don't know which one to select as an investor. We do that for our users through our algorithms and in looking at features that a human being is not able to do.
Thank you.
Can you explain again the problem you're solving?
Yeah, the problem we're solving is that real estate is twofold. Real estate investors very often don't know where to get the data. To give an example, I was at a fund where we were using StreetEasy, which is a New York-based rental marketplace to find rental information. So that's the problem. When they can find the data, the second problem we're solving is processing that information. It's how do you solve for where Uber ridership is going, and how does that information affect the market in which you are, right? If there's a spike in Uber in a specific submarket, how do you identify this trend and reflect that onto a property analysis? This is exactly what we do.
Thank you. Who would like to proceed? We still have time.
Jordan, what is your business model?
We are obviously, in the business of selling our analytics. We have a two-tier model. One is for smaller investment companies who will only be active for a certain number of deals. They can buy a per report, so it's $50 per report. But we also mostly have sold to larger enterprise on an annual subscription, which cost about $7,500 a year, which is roughly an 80% discount to a company like CoStar, which Keith had mentioned earlier.
Do you have a cost to assess your data? Do you buy data, or do you bring it through free sources that you compilate?
So we do actually both of this. We have three main data sources. One is public. The US government is still one of the largest provider of information in the US. Second is we partner with private providers, including Moody's, who has a real estate branch. And the third one is we create derivative and in-house information. So we'll purchase, for instance, 1 million images from Google, but we'll run the images through algorithms that are proprietary to a company to derive, for instance, a ratio of windows to wall about light. That number is built and fully owned by us.
Thank you so much. We still have time maybe for one quick question.
Jordan, this is Jordan. Well done. Your name gave me high expectations. I'm going to have extra score for you. Your traction, revenue, product, and a future expectation on fundraising, without giving us numbers, please.
Yep. So we have raised no capital. We're raising a certain amount of money, which I think I'll be putting in the chat for you because we can't put it out front. We are currently going through a round. We have sourced a lead investor, and we are looking to complete our technology for New York City in the next 2 months. New York is our first city. We are looking to complete 4 additional cities in the US by the end of 2021. And in terms of revenue, we've signed 2 contracts for $10,000 in annual recurring revenue over the last month. Looking to complete 2021 with 60 users.
Thank you so much. The time is up.